Remember when we said we'd stay together, now until forever, just us, just us.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica Hickson, and I spent 5 years working my way up to the top of an MLM before realizing they're just not all that they're cracked up to be. My goal with this channel is to rescue some Huns, to prevent some from becoming Huns, and to also give those a voice who have left the Hunbot industry like myself.
It's what you do, making me feel like I'm falling, and when you're moving, I can...
Today's small business shout out goes to Annie at Clay Collection Co. Annie was actually one of the ones that reached out to me so long ago, and I never got back to her, and I'm so very sorry, Annie. However, it just happened to work out perfectly because she decided to rebrand from that time she reached out to me to today, so she was able to send me some stuff from her totally rebrand of her entire company. So anyway, she sent me her new link to her website, and immediately upon looking at it, I literally messaged her and I was like, I think I'm obsessed with you because everything on her website is just so stinking adorable. I'm going to put up some pictures or maybe do like a little video of the flower pots that she makes, but I'm also going to show you everything that she sent me as well because she is so talented. So Annie's passion is plants, so everything on her website is in relation to plants in some way. And I've already said I'm obsessed, but I'm obsessed. I'm gonna show you guys what she sent me. So she was trying to get a feel for what I wanted her to send me, right? And so I was telling her, I was like, I love plants. I love the benefits from plants. I love how they look. I love how they make me feel. I love watching them grow and change. I love all of this about plants, right? However, I cannot keep them alive to save my life. I legitimately almost killed a succulent the other day. Like, my sister came to rescue it and made it look better, but I can't keep any of them alive. So I was like, if you have anything that says like worst plant mom ever, that's probably what I need, but like send me whatever. So one of the things that she sent me absolutely fits me perfectly based on my life as a plant mom. So the first thing is this keychain. It says world's okayest plant mom. If that's not freaking perfect. Not to mention everything is packaged so cute. Like, this was my envelope that I got in the mail when I first went to my P.O. box to get my mail. Everybody loves happy mail, am I right? So the one I just showed you, it says home is where my plants are. So this one is actually a magnet. That's super cute. And then she sent me some stickers, which I'm just gonna show you guys my favorites because she sent me a ton of them, and I wanna show you guys the last thing and also show you guys some of her pots that she makes. So I'm only gonna show you a couple of my favorites of the stickers. So if any of you guys are 90s babies out there, you will know what this one is. If you're not a 90s baby, you probably have no clue what this even means. But this one is an away message. If you ever had AIM, AIM, MSN Messenger, anything like that, you could put away messages, and this one says, BRB, watering my plants. How adorable. This one is just a little plant. Cute. This one says, okay plant parent. Pretty perfect, once again. She sent me a few others too, but I want to show you guys the last thing that she sent me and also some of her pots. So, if you can see back here, yes, I know you can see my lights in the reflection of the picture. Also, my home goods sticker is still on there. I need to take the glass out of that photo so you can't see the reflection anymore. However, that's not what we're focused on today. What we're focused on today is this piece right here. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic so you guys can see it. So this one is a custom art piece that I need to get a frame for, but I think it just works perfectly with the color of the wall behind me. It looks kind of dark right now, but the color of the wall behind me and then the pictures I already have up there, it just works perfectly. So I'm gonna frame this one and put it on the table behind me. And now I'm gonna roll the clip of a few of my favorite things that are on her website because, like I said, I'm a little bit obsessed with her.
Moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single time you look at me, I lose it too. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like it used to be.
So clearly Annie is very talented. Also, how perfect is it that her last name is Clay and she makes clay pots? So the company of her name is Clay Collection Co. Like, That couldn't have worked out any more perfect. But if you'd like to support a small business and you love all things plants, or you're just obsessed with everything on her page like I am, then definitely check her out. I will leave all of her links in the description below. Today's member shout out goes to Sharon. Thank you so much, Sharon, for all of your support. If you'd like to become a member of our channel and receive access to exclusive perks, then don't forget to click the join button down below. I've also linked it in the description in case you can't find it because I couldn't find it. Anyways, back to the video. All right, you guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit out of the ordinary for me. I don't typically make videos like this. However, I do feel the need to address this, so I'm going to. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, on Thursday last week, I had to unexpectedly go home for a funeral. So I had a really long drive on the way to the funeral. On that drive, I just kind of used that time to catch up with some emails. My stepdad and I listened to a podcast and just kind of chilled. But as I was on that drive, I got a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and it kind of hit me hard because I felt like this person kind of twisted what the intention of my videos is. I kind of explained myself through commenting back and forth with this person and explaining to this person why I shared what I did and my intention with sharing the information that I shared. And I thought it was over. However, later that night, I was on TikTok because right before bed, I always start scrolling TikTok. I know I probably shouldn't, but I do. And I saw that this person had tagged me in 3 videos. And I was like, okay, so I click on the videos and there are 3 3-minute videos of this person exposing me or addressing what I did, or I don't know what her intentions were. She hashtagged it messy TikTok, so I can only assume what her intentions were with it. But I just wanted to address some of the statements that she made in the videos in case someone came across those videos and it made me look a certain way based on the way that she was putting it and the things that she was saying that may not have been true. So we're gonna watch the videos together today, and I'm just gonna kind of break down for you guys what I actually meant in the things that I was saying and some things that she said that are untrue and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and watch them.
Quite frankly, I don't care if this reaches like anybody other than you, Jessica Hickson, because I want you to see this. But let's take a minute and pause and talk about the terrible thing that you have just done to my sister. Not sure if you know my sister. It's the person that you made a YouTube video on about, I think 6 days ago. I don't know, I'm watching it on my TV right now. And let me just say, I'm kind of utterly disgusted at the kind of person that you are, which is truthfully just kind of digging down to your level. So let me break this down for you. My sister has been in a social media marketing company for about 5 years now. I'm not a part of it. I don't do it. But that is my sister. And you have decided to get on your YouTube channel because you are an ex-MLMer and you think that it's okay to shame and completely defame somebody's character based on what you've seen on social media.
Unfortunately, it's not what I've seen on social media. I didn't know who this person was until her videos started getting sent to me over and over and over again. And it wasn't just a one-time thing. Like, this isn't the only video of this person that I received. I've received a number of videos of this particular person admitting to the things that she admitted to in that video. If you're not sure what video I'm referring to, I'll link it up here. But it's the video where I talked about the girl who said that she uses her unalive attempt as a platform to build her business.
Let me tell you what happens behind social media, which is something that I'm sure you also agree with and you understand. That person is a mom of 4 kids. That person is a wife, and she struggles with mental health issues daily. So something that you saw on a freaking, I'm trying not to be bad, a freaking Zoom call that happened, I don't even know how many years ago because she doesn't even live in that house anymore.
The video has since been removed, so I can't tell you how long ago the video was actually posted, but just judging by her saying that her sister was in for 5 years and that video went over like her entire journey in the company, I feel like it can't be that long ago if she's only been in for 5 years and that video was a focus of like her journey in the business. So I don't know, regardless.
Is utterly disgusting, and you're a freaking hypocrite, let me tell you. It's crazy how you can get on social media now and shame people that are in social media marketing when you supported your family like that for, what'd you say, I think 5 years? And now you're in here hypocritically judging people and casting stones at women that you have no idea who they are?
I'm not casting judgment or stones at women who are in them hypocritically. However, I was in one for 5 years, so now I feel it's my duty to expose these kind of tactics that they're using within them in order to save more people from the heartbreak and manipulation that does go on behind the scenes. I am not innocent, and I have said that time and time again. I have used tactics like this. I have used my trauma to recruit people. Not to this extent because I haven't had an experience as such, but I have used my trauma to recruit people, and that's why I feel it's my duty to share these types of things so that more people don't fall for it. I'm not judging her. I'm not casting stones at her. I never once said her name or exposed her in any way. I simply used her tactic as an example to teach people what type of tactics they're using.
Let me tell you something about how you are essentially making fun of the fact that she went through an unalive situation.
And I will stop you right there because I never, and I repeat, never once made fun of her for going through that type of situation. Not one time, nor would I ever make fun of someone for going through that type of situation. And I think it's disgusting that you're implying that I was making fun of her for going through an unalive attempt. There was nothing in that video that was me making fun of her for going through that. And the fact that you want to put that on me that's gross.
She literally went through postpartum psychosis. What is wrong with you? She doesn't use that to make money off of other people.
I think it's really important to touch on the suicide attempt survivor and that part of my story because I use that in a huge way as my platform to grow my business.
Unfortunately, the words out of her own mouth were that she uses her unalive attempt as a platform to grow her business, which means she is using her unalive attempt to recruit people into making money off of them.
She uses that as a platform because she has thousands upon thousands of followers that listen to her. She's also part of very big advocacy groups for people with mental illness. She's spoken at events. She was Mrs. freaking West Virginia, and that was her main point.
And I think that's amazing. I love when people use their platform to talk openly about mental health, about unalive attempts, because the whole reason I'm not allowed to say the real word is because it's censored online, because it's not normal, it's taboo to talk about it. So I think it's amazing when people normalize talking about these types of things so that people don't feel alone. That is wonderful. I love that she uses her platform to do that, and I don't doubt that she has changed a lot of women's lives by doing that. However, on the other end of it, she probably doesn't even realize it, but she's also hurt a lot of people along the way. Whether intentional or unintentionally, probably unintentionally, she has hurt people. Simply just by recruiting people from those types of situations is hurtful. But I don't have a problem with her sharing her story and her using her platform to share her story to help other people. The problem comes in when she's using that same group of people to recruit into her business or to grow her business, like she mentioned.
Was mental illness. Let me tell you another thing. You weren't there, okay? You were not there. You weren't there holding her 6-month-old child while you were 12 years old, sobbing, not knowing if he was ever going to see his mom again because her postpartum psychosis was so bad that she had to sit in a psych ward, not to mention on your birthday. When you were 12 years old, how do you
You're absolutely right. I wasn't there, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that as a 12-year-old. I cannot imagine trying to process those types of emotions and watching that happen to your sister in front of you. I cannot imagine having to go through that, and I'm so terribly sorry that you had to.
How do you process that? You don't, because you weren't there, but you had no problem shaming her when you don't even know her. She is not a monster. She is not a scammer, okay? Anybody that she has spoken to, she genuinely cares about. And now she's sitting at home crying over you because you're a terrible person.
If warning other people of the tactics that MLMs use in order to recruit them makes me a terrible person, so be it. I'll take the hit to help y'all stay safe from MLMs. I don't care. Guess I'm a terrible person.
Okay, this is a part 2 before she blocks me.
I didn't block her, and I wouldn't. I probably would defend my sister as well, so I don't fault her for that. Do I think she needed to go on here and tag me and publicly call me out after I censored everything in the video that I made of her sister? No, but I understand why she did. Like, I get it.
Let me just say that out of the 5 years of my sister's life, which is the 5 years you've decided to choose to decide like what her character and who she is as a person, which is funny because I'm sure if somebody did that to you, you probably wouldn't feel the same. Like, you'd probably be like, hey, I don't really like those 5 years of my life, but, you know, I was like proud of myself at that point, but please don't judge me on that because, you know, whatever. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, you were definitely in social media marketing for 5 years and like you also wanted people to be proud of you, but it's all right. Listen, when it happens to you, I understand it's not the same.
No, it's 100% the same. And I judge myself for it, and I call myself out on it. And I know that what I did was wrong, and I know that I hurt people along the way, and I've openly talked about that in hopes of preventing other people from going through that. However, that doesn't mean that we can't be redeemed and use our story to make a bigger impact.
However, when it happens to somebody that I care about, and it's my sister, and I've seen her go through stuff like this before, it hits a little bit harder for home for me, and I'm not going to shut up. Just to give you a little background. My sister had a child, and she was 20 years old, right? Okay, so she had to decide what she was going to do for herself at that point. Those 2 great jobs that you knew everything about.
So I didn't know everything about them. I had thought that she said that she turned down 2 really good jobs before she joined the MLM because she just had like a feeling that the MLM was going to work out for her. However, I just went back and watched it and she just said that she turned down 2 jobs. So my apologies for the mix up there. She didn't say that she had turned down 2 really good jobs. It was just 2 jobs. So I apologize for the misunderstanding there. That was my problem, my fault.
We're actually people that were actually taking advantage of her, and I'm so blessed that she didn't take those kind of jobs because she could have ended up in a very bad and unlawful situation because the people that were trying to hire her, not the greatest people, but you knew everything about it. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Frick, I forgot you knew everything about it.
Like I said, I just went back and watched that part of the video and I never once claimed that I knew everything about it. I actually only said that she turned down 2 really good jobs. I said that she turned down 2 really good jobs against her husband's wishes because her husband didn't want her to do the MLM. That's all that I said. I didn't say that I knew anything else about the job, so I don't know what that's all about, but
I also forgot that you know my sister personally, and I forgot that you know everything that she's ever done with this company, and I forgot that you're there for every single conversation that she has with women who are crying to her because she's been through it. I forgot that you were the person that people contacted for articles to go into the paper about her postpartum psychosis.
As I've stated before, especially as a mental health advocate myself, I have no problem with that. I think that's amazing that she is being contacted for articles and to go speak and that she's sharing her story and that she's helping. I think that's amazing. The problem doesn't come in until she uses those same people that she's influencing so much and doing such positive things to their life that she uses that same group of people and recruits them into the MLM. Because I personally know what the MLM does to people mentally and it's not good. And I also personally know, and so does everyone else and anyone who looks at the income disclosure statement, that the odds are stacked against these people she's recruiting into her business. So chances are it's going to do terrible things for their life. That's where the problem comes in.
I forgot, Jessica. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm actually a very calm person. Let me tell you, I handle chaos and crisis very easily. But one thing I never will mess about is my sister. And when somebody attacks her for something when they have absolutely no idea who she is, that gets me going. While you've decided for your 14,000 subscribers that you have on YouTube that you are going to completely exploit not only my sister, her blurred out face that everybody I'm sure is going to know because she's very well known on social media.
Not one person mentioned her name. Not one person said that they knew who she was. I even asked a friend who was higher up in Itworks before I posted the video if they could tell who it was, and they had no idea. So the only way that anyone would have had any idea who this person was is because this girl went on the video and made a huge long comment about it being her sister. So unless people went digging to find out who she was, that wasn't on me. That was because this girl went and commented, and then people were able to find out who she was based on this person's comment.
Not only do you exploit that, you exploited her husband's job, which you could have very easily bleeped out, seeming as though he's in a very specific job field that can be dangerous to their family if people found that out.
Let me be clear, this video was sent to me. However, the video was a public video on YouTube. And yeah, it did cross my mind like, wow, I probably wouldn't be sharing that if that was my husband's job. However, I was like, well, she probably doesn't care that much if it's already publicly on YouTube. The video, before I reposted it, the video already had over 400 views, plus all those people who were already on the Zoom listening to her speak to begin with. Like, she exposed her husband's job. She didn't have to say that. She could have said, you know, he works in law enforcement, or, you know, he has a job that I need to keep confidential for the safety of our family. Like, she could have said anything. She put that publicly on YouTube for everyone to see.
Whatever, it's fine. But you cast stones. See, I don't know you as a person, but based on a first impression of how you're talking about my family, you don't seem like the hottest take to have, okay? I'm sure you have good intentions. I'm sure that there are things that you've experienced in your experience in social media marketing that you want to help deter people away from. However, slandering somebody and slandering my sister, not the way to go about it at all.
Since I started making anti-MLM content, I've heard this defense a lot, that might be your experience, but my experience is different, or that might be your experience, but that's not everyone's experience. However, in my experience, since I started making this type of content, a lot of people have had similar experiences to mine. And that's why I feel it's my duty to expose these types of things so that more people don't have similar experiences. Also, slander and defamation is in regards to publicly exposing someone using false statements to defame their character. However, I used raw video footage of her and provided my opinions and reactions to her speaking about herself. Therefore, if it was coming from her mouth, it is truth. It was her truth. She was saying it. So I didn't do the defaming. I broke down and gave my opinion on what she was saying without exposing who she was, but my intentions were not to defame her as a person.
It's just not it. That's not how you reach people. You don't reach people by breaking other people down. Why didn't you reach out to her? Why didn't you say, hey, you know, I've been through this, and if you're ever thinking about leaving this company, let me talk to you about it.
After she just got done telling everyone to shut out the haters, how do you think that would have gone over? Do you think she would have been receptive to what I had to say after she just got done telling everyone to cut out anyone who doesn't agree with what you're doing? Probably not. I would also like to clarify that my intention was never to break her down. I actually seriously considered taking the video down once I heard from her sister, because her life is valuable, her feelings matter, and it was not my intention to hurt her. But on the other hand, I felt like the message was too important not to share. The message truly could save someone's life. I'm not saying I was ever to the point of taking my own life, but the closest I was to ever getting to that point was when in 2020, when shit hit the fan, my husband was gone, the pandemic happened, everything was going down the shitter, and these people in the MLM who were my sisters and truly cared about me completely cut me off like I was the scum of the earth and left me alone in a state where I didn't know many people to basically figure this out on my own. Mental health issues, 10 out of 10. And they just dropped me like I was nothing because I was no longer benefiting them. And I fear that if I don't share that part of my story with everyone, then the same thing is going to happen to people. And by her using the tactic of her unalive attempt in order to recruit people, could put people in that same situation. If they are to the point of attempting to or contemplating unaliving themselves, then they are in the most vulnerable position. Like, they're in the worst spot. So if they do join this MLM and something happens like happened to me, where I completely got disowned because I wasn't being present, I got disowned by the people who cared about me the most. If that happens to someone who is already at the point of potentially unaliving themselves, that could cause them to follow through with it, you know? Like, So yes, her feelings are 100% valid. Her life is 100% valuable. And so are the lives and feelings of those hundreds or thousands of people who are in that same situation that she's recruiting onto her team.
No, you didn't, because you're hypocritical. Oh! I'm going to delve into a part 3 just because I don't want to leave this on a completely negative note, because I have a few things that I would like you to know, Jessica. I don't ever step into my sister's business because she is 30 some years old. I don't need to. But this is something that I can't ignore because this is something that has happened to her before. And this is what I don't understand about other women. Well, you might feel that my sister has pressured other people into talking and sharing their traumas or their stories. That is actually the quite opposite. She has never pressured anybody into talking about anything.
There are people on my team where I'm like, listen, boo, I know you don't want to talk about it, but it's not about you. It's about the people that are watching you.
That's not something that I felt. It's something that she legitimately said.
If anything, she has encouraged people to help them get over whatever is going on in their body. While she's not a licensed therapist, we know that. She's encouraged many people to get into therapy. She herself is in therapy. There's a lot of things about my sister that you don't know because you've never asked or you've never even researched to look into.
You're absolutely right. And that's why I didn't disclose who she was or expose who she was, just the tactic that she was using.
I find it crazy that you are dragging somebody who was in the same position that you were in instead of trying to help them. Like, you should be using your 14 some thousand subscribers on YouTube and your following on TikTok here to be encouraging to women, not to shame them, bring them down.
That's quite literally what I'm trying to do among all of my platforms. So if that's not happening, please let me know. However, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't receiving messages daily about people who I'm helping who have fallen for MLMs, who have been affected by MLMs in some way. I don't expect people in MLMs to be happy about my message, of course, because they're in an MLM and I'm talking about the harmful side effects, I guess, of MLMs. However, I'm also not here to publicly expose these people. So I'm sorry if you are under the impression that that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to beat people down. I'm not here to shame people. I'm here to expose the things that are going on behind the scenes so that other people don't fall for it, simply.
I've never understood that. I've never understood that about women. I've never understood why it's always like a competition kind of field. Like, why do you feel like you need to compete for that spot? Why would you bring another woman down because of that? I don't get it. I see that you are also a wife. I see that you are also a mom. I see that publicly on your page. I see that you are also very passionate about MLM kind of marketing. Help people, Jessica.
Can you guys please let me know down below if I have helped you or helped a friend or helped someone close to you who has been affected by MLMs? I get messages, like I said, daily of people I've helped escape or people who have seen my videos and it stopped them from joining one or what have you. But seeing this video on Thursday, and I don't know if it was because I was already in a lower place because of what I was going home for, but seeing this video on Thursday really made me feel, I don't know, it really just made me like question myself. And I know what my intentions are, but I never want to come across as having bad intentions. And so if I ever come across as having bad intentions, I would hope that you guys would let me know that.
Help people. She didn't reach out to you for help. She didn't reach out to you for exploitation of her character. She didn't reach out to you for anything, quite frankly. But you put your nose in that kind of situation and you used her as much as you didn't want to say, you used her as clickbait.
No, clickbait is if you say something that isn't true in order to get people to click on the video so that they'll watch it. Everything that I said in my clickbait, she said from the words of her own mouth. So I didn't use her as clickbait. I did, however, use her tactic as an example to save people from going through the same thing that I did.
And that's so messed up to me. And if it wasn't clickbait, you wouldn't have taken the picture of her on a Zoom call and put a devil face over it. That is so messed up and so disgusting on so many levels. It kind of hurts to like even think about how you can do that to somebody.
So this is the thumbnail that she's referring to and what I put over her sister's face. I don't know, it doesn't look like a devil to me. I was thinking more along the lines of like a mean face, like she's using mean tactics and unethical tactics, like but I'm sorry if it was interpreted that way. That wasn't my intention. I've said from day one that I think there are wonderful people who are in MLMs. However, I think that they are clouded in their judgment because of the MLM and the people that they're surrounded by. So I would have never said that she was the devil or that she was evil. Sure, I think the tactic that she was using, that's evil. But I don't think she's evil as a person. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that.
Like, how can you do that to somebody? All in all, I am sharing this message because not only did you hurt my sister and you hurt her feelings, and now she's calling me sitting at home crying, but you could have hurt other people like that.
Are we going to completely disregard and forget about the thousands of people who are hurt by this tactic every single day?
Like, you're hurting people. And I understand that you think she might have done something greater than that, but you don't fight fire with fire, and you definitely don't fight women with other women. Like, I just don't understand that. Do better, Jessica. You have a large following. You can do something great with that. Do better. Don't drag people down.
My end goal with my channel and all of my platforms combined is to do something great with it. And I feel that right now, sharing my message, sharing my story with people in order to help them escape or to give them a voice to share their story. I think a lot of people don't realize how many people are actually hurt by MLMs because people are scared to talk about it. So I'm hoping that sharing my story among all my platforms is going to inspire other people to start talking about it so we can see how much bigger of an issue this is than people are making it out to be. So that's it for the TikTok videos, but she did mention in one of her comments that she didn't know if her sister would have it in her to return to MLM. I have since deleted the comments in order to save the identity of both this person and her sister, but if she doesn't return to MLM, I truly feel like I did my job. Like that's a great thing. And did I want her hurt along the way? Absolutely not. No way, no how. I did not want anyone hurt. But I think she has the ability to change so many people's lives with her story. And I think it could open up so many doors for her if she took the MLM aspect out of it. I don't doubt that she's changed some people's lives for the better. However, on the opposite end, she may have changed people's lives for the worse. And I think if you took out that opposite end of the equation, then like so many great things could be in store for her. Like, do you guys disagree? If she was sharing this story just to share the story without anything to come from it in regards to recruiting to her business, she could change so many lives, and it would probably open up doors to replace her income that she's making with her MLM. She also mentioned in one of her comments that I wouldn't want the weight of someone's life on my shoulders, insinuating more than once that if anything happened or her sister decided that life was not worth living anymore, then I wouldn't want that on my shoulders, or that it's my fault because of the video that I made, which to me is such a sick and twisted thing to say. Like, judging by the number of messages I get every day from people saying that I have helped them, and the fact that I distorted her face and X'd out, like bleeped out her name anytime it was said. Like, I hid her identity just to expose the tactic. And you're gonna put, if someone feels like their life is not worth living anymore, you're gonna put that on my shoulders. That to me is disgusting. And let me just reiterate to you guys, please do not ever contact these people. If you know who they are, do not mention their name in the comments. I delete those comments, but if I don't see them right away and people get a hold of them, like, I don't want that. None of my videos are to be a personal attack on anyone. I simply want to share the things that they're doing as the tactics that MLMs are using to recruit into their business that are hurting so many people. So by you guys contacting them or calling them out, which I didn't see any of that on this video, but I'm just speaking hypothetically for all videos from now until the future. by you guys doing that, it is being counterproductive to my mission. My mission is to help people see that they have a community of people that would stand behind them and support them and lift them up if they were to get out. So by people contacting others within MLMs and talking negatively to them, or, you know, bashing them or whatever, it's a personal attack on them, and it's not attacking the tactics that they're using or the company's comp plans or the company itself or anything like that. It would be counterproductive. So please do not contact these people. Do not mention their names if you know who they are. Do not make personal attacks. That's just simply not what we're about. Like I said, this is not my normal type of video that I would make. However, I did feel like it needed to be addressed. I don't want anything that I say to come off in a negative way or to come off wrong with bad intentions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have more content coming out this week, but I just wanted to push this one out real quick. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to, hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell if you would like to be notified every time that I post. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like anti-MLM content. If you'd like to, follow me on all social media platforms at the Jessica Hickson. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at your eyes.